Good day, folks. Welcome to Andrew's Life. I hope everyone's doing great today. What you guys are getting ready to see is going to be one of my older videos that I made of van life. This video is one of my first attempts at YouTubing. It is also one of my first van setups because this is one of my first times that I chose to experience camping out of my van. Now, this video is off of my old channel called Weekend Van Driller, and I have contemplated on bringing back that channel. I figured now that I've been on YouTube longer and now that I'm earning a lot more money than I was on that video, and things have changed for the better compared to that video, because the video you guys are getting ready to see, the video was made 8 years ago. 8 years ago, my life was significantly different. I was broker. I was in a relationship. As you guys will see, the van was a lot older. The setup was a lot more basic because, again, I was broke. I was a broke person wanting to travel. So I'm going to show you that video. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Because I'm thinking about bringing back that channel. Now, obviously, I don't got that van no more, but I thought about bringing back that channel and doing more videos to where it's actual van life stuff. So enjoy the video. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't dock me for this video because this video is me. It's just that the video is a lot older and the name of the channel is different. So enjoy the video. Another episode of Weekend Van Driller. Like I told you on my last video, I was going to show you another inspection. I was going to show you the remodel of my van, because ever since the last video that I made that showed you how I arranged my van for camping / living in my van, there's been one change that I've made ever since that video. So I'm gonna show you right now exactly what those changes are. So let me show you. Now, as you can see, I still own the same van. The interior is still the same as it was last time as far as the front. Now back here, well, no, I'll show you the side first. Now here's the side of my van / house on wheels, as I like to call my mini cabin on wheels. Now, since the last time I had my bedding on the floor, I went to Walmart and I purchased me a fold-up bed for around $45. It's that fold-up bed right here. And on top of that bed, I got my sleeping bag, which was on my last video. And I have an old blanket that I used to use on my bed in my house. I'm using it now as a pillow / extra blankets for when it gets cold. And then you go in a little more. I still got my trusty lantern. Now, what I like about this bed is you're able to shove stuff underneath it. Now, in this cooler, it's no cooler. It's that I used to have for my lunches a very long time ago. What I have in this cooler are, I got me some paper plates, a few utensils, paper, toilet paper, paper towels, plasticware, eating mats, and more plasticware a few cups of drink out of that I got from the hotel. Something to mix drinks in or maybe eat soup out of, possibly. And then when I get done using this, I just shove it underneath this bed. Tuck it in right out of the way. Now right here, I have some of my emergency supplies. I got my jumping cables, I got my tire change and wrench, and I got this belt. Back when I was working in nursing, I used it to transfer residents, but I hang on to this belt because I figure it might be good to tie stuff down with when I'm in transport. So as I'm driving or I'm cutting corners tight, nothing falls on the floor and breaks. Now you go over here, I got all my, personal needs. I got here's my commode. Here, I'll show you real quick how that works. What you do is you take this plastic bag, you put kitty litter in it, and then you line it up. I'm not gonna do that right now because I'm holding the camera. And then on top of this bucket, on top of the bucket, you put this mini commode seat. And this is what it all looks like, except the bag would be in it, and then kitty litter would be on top of the bag. Now, like on my last video, here's my no rinse body bath. Here's my no rinse shampoo. You can get all this at Walmart. Here's my washcloth. Now you come up here, I got my 3-gallon thing of water, which I refill at Walmart every time I use it. You come back here. This is something that I use to fill. I take this and I fill it up with water. And then I can, wash dishes, use it for personal hygiene if I want to. So that's why I got one of these. You can also get that at Walmart. I got me my umbrella for when it rains. Tucked over here is my cooler, which, as I said on my last video that I made that showed the setup of my van, it's supposed to hold ice for up to 5 days. Now, I'll be honest with you, I haven't tested it for 5 days. The most I would put ice in there for would be a day and a half, and then I would change it out. Now, back up to the front here, I got some reflectants for on real hot days. I can put it on my windshield, and then it will keep my van a little cooler. And then below that, I got my workout stuff, towel, bag. That way when I get done working out, I just take a shower at the gym, which I much rather do than do the other thing. The other thing is just for when I'm out in the middle of nowhere and I need ways to stay clean. But if I'm in the city, then I just go to the gym, work out, take a shower, get all that done and out the way, all in one fell swoop. Now you go to the top of my van here. I got this fan from Walmart. It's a 2-speed fan. It took me back $15. You can either run it off of 8D batteries or AC/DC power. I got this fan to circulate the air inside the van. Now you come to the back of the van. I got all my cooking stuff. I got my propane stove. I got my cast iron skillet, and I also have this is still in the wrapper because I just brought it, but I got a little kettle to where if I want I can make soup. I can heat up beverages like tea and coffee, stuff like that. And I have a steel table to put it on. That way I don't risk burning it like I would probably burn it if it was wood. So I talked more about the table on my last video that I made concerning my van setup. So yeah, here's all my cooking stuff. Now, of course, I don't have any propane on me. I left that at my house because I only carry propane and all that kind of stuff when I'm actually on the road getting ready to take a trip. I mean, right now I'm packing up. I'm getting ready to take a trip somewhere, and you'll see where I go on a later video. But right now I'm packing up. I'm getting ready. I just want to show you everything. Oh, by the way, here's some more emergency stuff just in case I gotta change tires. Here's some gloves so I don't get my hands dirty. Here's a rag to wipe oil or dirt. Here's a bag that's full of emergency equipment. It's got a flash in it. Will be a flashlight, a rope, and a collapsible shovel. So in the wintertime, if I get stuck in the snow, I can put the shovel together and get myself out of the snowbank or whatever. And then over here, I got some hand wash that typically you would use if you were working at a shop. That to where you were working around a lot of oil. So that's my hand wash for whenever I do work to my van. So, basically, in a nutshell, this is my redo of my van setup. I just want you to see everything that I got here. And as I say, all this stuff that's out, I would take it all and tuck it underneath my bed. All this will go underneath my bed. All my emergency supplies will also go underneath my bed. And my cooking stuff that you see behind my van will go also underneath my bed. This water will go in the back of my van. And this will also go somewhere underneath the bed. Now, ideally, this setup is meant for one person. But, if you were gonna go on a trip with you and your fiance or your significant other, one person could sleep in the bed and another person, provided that they're not too big or they're flexible, they can kind of squish in and sleep on the side here on the floor. I do have an extra blanket over here for that purpose because I'm currently in a relationship right now, and I'll talk a little more about that in another video, so stay tuned for that video. So everybody, this is my video for my van redo, or I should say improvements, because that it's a lot more comfortable to sleep up there than it is on the floor. So as always, I thank everybody for tuning. Oh, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Now, for those of you that never seen that model van before, what you guys saw was a 1988 Plymouth Voyager minivan. Now, that van was the stripped model with the crank windows and the manual locks. It didn't have any option. It didn't have any extra options whatsoever. And unfortunately, I was not able to do as much van drilling in that van as I wanted to. Some of the trips I took during that time, I had to take in my car because that van being an older van, I mean, it got to the point where the van started having some issues, and due to some of the issues the van began to have, I just didn't feel comfortable driving it long distance. So the majority of the camping that I did in that van, I did either in Indiana or I may have went next door into the state of Ohio. I couldn't take that van across country because it just wasn't, I just didn't feel safe taking that van across country. So whenever I wanted to go longer distances, I had to camp out of my car, which I think I have a video like that. If I can find it, I'll post it. So that's the story of my first attempt at YouTube and one of my first videos of camping out of my van. I'll catch you guys later.